I was flipping through some of the annual reports of the resident and regional geologist, and I came across this one-page article on a boulder that was found near Hearst, Ontario, and the author of the report was Ed Van Hees, who now works with us. I read through and realized at first because the values were given in ppm, I was thinking that it was the value of copper in the boulder was 7%. And then when I took a closer look, I realized that it was actually 70%. And so the boulder is the great majority of the composition of the boulder is copper with values in precious metals and cobalt and nickel, copper, of course. What I did was in the article, Ed had put in the email address of the guy that had found the boulder, Andre Cousineau, and so I fired off an email to him right away, and he didn't answer right away. And finally, he answered and figured he thought I wanted to take his boulder or acquire his boulder, and he was quite guarded at first, but I told him that basically we didn't want his boulder, we just wanted to have access to the information about where he found it and the circumstances. So after many phone calls and that, and putting him at ease, he was very suspicious at first, and that I wanted to take something away from him. He finally said, okay. He said, let's start the process of getting this going. And at that point, I called up John Grant, told him about the boulder, and he lives, he was within driving distance of Hearst. So he went over and looked at the boulder, and each time we had a meeting with Andre, he was more and more at ease. And so I told him what the plans were, at that time, Noble was not involved. I told him what the plans were. I said we would try to get a company interested in this boulder and carry out an exploration program on the area. And so he was quite agreeable to that. And very soon after that, I was brought on as exploration manager for Noble. So I brought the data that I had to Vance, and he was intrigued right away and very interested. And we put a deal together, and here we are.